Jennifer here. Today I'm making some more freezer meals, and this time I made about 7 meals using both ground beef and ground turkey. So let's get started. I used about 4 pounds of each. There's ground beef on the left and ground turkey on the right, and I sauteed it with chopped onion, some garlic. I added spinach to the ground beef, and a bit of garlic salt. We're going to start off by making turkey sloppy joes, a family favorite. So I'm going to add about 1 pound of cooked turkey. You could add 1.5 pounds if you have a larger family. Just adjust it according to your needs. I'm going to add some vegetables here. So 1/2 cup of chopped bell pepper. You could also use celery. That would be great in this. And I'm adding some non-traditional vegetables like spinach. Here's some tomato sauce and 1/2 cup of ketchup. And I'm also adding mushrooms because I have them and I like to add vegetables where I can. I'm going to add a heaping tablespoonful of brown sugar and another tablespoonful of Worcestershire sauce. And that's it. Very easy. It's delicious and a family favorite. Next, we're going to do some turkey Asian lettuce wrap filling, and I've already had this and it's so good. So I'm just using what I have. I have 1/2 bottle of teriyaki sauce. You could also use oyster sauce, furikake sauce, and I'm adding the same vegetables. I'm adding, spinach, mushrooms, bell peppers, and this is my secret. I'm actually adding an Asian chopped salad, just the cabbage and the carrot, and if you can add a ton of that, and it saves you time. Just putting a little bit of water in the bottle here, and just to get the last bit of the teriyaki sauce out. This turned out so good. I cooked it in the Instant Pot. You're supposed to serve this with water chestnuts, but I didn't have any, so I served it with chopped apple, and it was so good. So there's my 3 ground turkey meals. Let's move on to the ground beef now. We're going to be making stuffed peppers and Bolognese. So I'm going to prepare my stuffed peppers by adding about 1 pound of ground beef to 2 cups of cooked brown rice. And here I'm just divvying up the rest of the beef in 2 freezer bags. That's going to be for the Bolognese later. So for the pepper sauce, I'm going to be putting a can of tomato sauce, 1 can of stewed tomatoes, about 2 cups of shredded cheese, and I'm going to be using the same vegetables, so mushrooms, spinach, and you're going to mix this all together. This is the stuffing for the stuffed peppers, and add salt and pepper to season it. Remember that brown rice is in there. And now we're going to stuff our peppers. I like to use the colorful ones for this recipe. So just stuff them as much as you can. And you're going to be freezing these just as you would a regular freezer meal, and you're going to take it out and defrost it overnight in the refrigerator. You could either cook this in the slow cooker by spraying it with cooking spray, or you could actually bake it in the oven. So whatever works best for you. But I do like to store it in the Ziploc bags because it just takes up less space in the freezer. These are so good. Now I had leftover filling and I didn't have any more peppers. So what I did was I actually put it in this casserole pan, and as I'm shooting this voiceover, we actually had this for dinner tonight, and so I heated it up at 350 degrees for about 1.5 hours, served it with shredded cheddar cheese, and it was really good. Moving on to the beef bolognese. You're going to take your ground beef that you divvied up in the bags and add about 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Now it'll come as no surprise we're using the same vegetables, so we're going to be using the chopped mushrooms. Here I'm just adding 1 jar of my favorite marinara sauce. You could always use your own homemade tomato sauce if you have it. And again, with the same vegetables, we're doing chopped spinach. Actually, I'm just putting it in whole here. As much as you can. If you have any leftover pepper, you could use that too. And that's it. I mean, this is very simple, but this is so good My family loves this over cooked pasta. You could do it over zucchini noodles. And here are all of our freezer meals this time. We made 7 in well under an hour. I've had most of these already by the time I'm shooting this voiceover, and they are delicious. My family love them. There's just nothing better than knowing that you have dinner ready and that it's homemade and it's good for you. And I just love it. So being chic is being prepared. Don't forget that. Thanks for joining me today on the Daily Connoisseur. I'll see you soon. Bye.